Yo, what is going on, guys? Welcome to the video. I hope your day is going great. Mine's been phenomenal so far. I'm reliving all of the amazing things that happened over this past weekend. The World Cup was so damn good. Today, we're going to be looking at a lot of things that have to do with the World Cup, some things we missed, some epic moments from the desk, amazing individual plays from the players that we can actually look at because of the Overwatch World Cup viewer, which was a tremendous success. Everybody seems to be loving it. I know I do. Being able to hop into the game and look at whatever you want is absolutely amazing. It allows you to see those little things that you might have missed on the broadcast, and it really brings everything together to know how good everyone is individually. It's insane, guys. So we will be taking a look at a lot of individual plays from players, but we are starting this video off talking about XQC and the Overwatch World Cup voting for the MVPs being rigged. So it seems like last year, after XQC won the T-Mobile MVP, this year they wanted to make sure he didn't get it again. So we all know that Monte wasn't a part of the talent this year at the World Cup, so he kind of stayed home and chilled. He threw up his stream a few times while the games were going on, and just throughout the World Cup he was given really good insight about the games, about individual players, awesome stuff like that. But once the World Cup was over and the MVP was selected as Jay Jonak, he dropped a pretty big bomb information leak type thing in his chat, saying that Blizzard and Overwatch World Cup committee wanted there to be caster and analyst votes, so this year that XQC would not win, and that the casters and analyst votes completely outweighed the fans' votes. So even if XQC overwhelmingly won the fan vote, there was no way he was going to win this year. We'll take a look at what exactly he said on his stream, but it seems like XQC was robbed of the MVP this year. I don't know exactly how I feel about it. On one hand, I mean, it kind of does suck for XQC if, everybody did vote for him. On another hand, it kind of sucks for the other players if XQC wins, because obviously XQC, yeah, he impressed me this World Cup. He played fine. He wasn't terrible or anything, and he actually had some good moments, but he wasn't the most valuable player, and that's very obvious. So we're going to talk about it. We'll go back and forth and figure out what we think. And then moving on, guys, we have to talk about Sinatraa because he is going through some crazy drama with one of the Team UK players who goes by the name of Mikey A. So Mikey A, after beating Team UK, he posted on Twitter saying, "Don't teabag me again, bitch." And now we all know Sinatraa. He's an extremely cocky player, and he likes to teabag, even if it's like trash talking or not, or for fun. It doesn't really matter. Sinatraa teabags a lot. And well, of course, during Ilios, he teabagged Mikey A and all the UK players. And well, after that match didn't end in the USA's favor, Team UK, they celebrated, and Mikey A took to Twitter and he said that, and Sinatraa was not happy. He fired back with some fire, saying, "You're not even in the Overwatch League, like sit down, kid." And they honestly just went back and forth. We're going to take a look at this crazy drama. The World Cup has seriously left its mark this year, and I love it. The upsets were incredible, the stomps, it was an insane World Cup. I loved it. If you guys enjoyed the World Cup and the coverage I did, be sure to let me know down in the comments. Also, drop a like on my video for more daily Overwatch League, Overwatch World Cup coverage. You'll never miss any updates, new signings, whatever it is, this is your channel, guys. So if you're excited to watch this video, be sure subscribe for more. So let's go ahead and start the video off now, and we'll talk about XQC first, then we'll do Sinatraa, then we'll cover the crazy plays. So XQC, last year, as we all know, he did win the T-Mobile MVP. It was pretty cool. People were excited. I think, maybe he didn't deserve it. He might not have been the most valuable player last year, but Canada did make it to the finals. He had a pretty good run. He played well. I could say in the 2017 World Cup, XQC was possibly one of the MVPs, and he deserved it. But this year, after Canada losing in the semifinal to China very badly, sure, they got bronze, but XQC's performance was, I'd say, consistent, but like consistently average, but sometimes he would make really, really good plays, which we are going to take a look at some of the plays he made later in this video. I'm not saying he played bad by any means. I'm saying that he played well. He played okay, not MVP caliber. Canada didn't make it as far as they did last year, and it just wouldn't make sense for him to be the most valuable player this year. That being said, though, obviously he is the most popular player when it comes to the Overwatch World Cup, and just one of the most popular players in all of Overwatch. And it's safe to say he got an overwhelming amount of votes, and probably enough to be the MVP. But it seems like Blizzard just did not want to give it to him this year. For some reasons, they wanted the real MVP, which makes sense, but also is a little like, meh, if you're going to let the fans vote, let them vote. This is what was said in Monte Cristo's chat by himself. Someone asked him about XQC getting MVP. He responded and said, the casters had votes this year, so it wasn't going to happen. And then he also said, obviously none of the casters voted for XQC. Which again, this makes sense that the casters would not vote for XQC. Jonak, Carpe, Gouget, obviously those are the MVP candidates and the ones who should probably win, and Jonak did end up winning. But I don't think it's good to go around and say that the casters had votes because they didn't want to see XQC win, and obviously they didn't vote for XQC, because it kind of just makes it feel rigged, and it makes it seem like the fan votes just did not matter at all. I'm sure some of the fan votes mattered and they went towards Jonak. I feel like what they did was just nullify all of the XQC fan votes and then look at the fan votes for Jonak, Carpe, and all the other guys, and then add the caster votes into them for ever how much they wanted them to weigh, and then for that, Jonak ended up winning. Which, congratulations to Jonak. He definitely deserved it. The guy's a god. He's the MVP of the Overwatch League regular season. Now he's the MVP of the Overwatch World Cup. He makes incredible plays. His aim is insane. His positioning, everything about his Zenyatta play is the best in the world. But that doesn't change the fact that it still feels a little rigged to me because the fan votes for XQC seem to be completely nullified or just forgotten about. And then what Monte Cristo said in his Twitch chat just puts the nail in the coffin. Like, that just says rigged all over it. So it's weird. It's a really weird situation. I understand one side and I understand the other side, and it's weird. So I kind of want to know what your guys' opinion is on this. I'm 50-50. I feel like, if the fans want XQC to get it, maybe XQC should get it. But then I also understand if we want the best player, the most valuable player to their team to get it, then we should nullify XQC's votes. So I don't really know where to go with this. Again, let me know down in the comments, and we're going to go ahead and move on and cover this Sinatraa drama because it's damn crazy, boys. So I'm sure all of you guys know what happened this weekend. Team USA, they were extremely cocky, way overconfident. They were joking about Australia, saying they didn't need monitors to beat Team UK, and well, they went up 1-0 and then got shit on by Team UK, and after they lost, of course, there was a lot of bitterness by them, a lot of salt. They were expecting to win this year, but they didn't even win a game at BlizzCon. And to be honest, you can't really blame the UK players for being extremely excited and taking it to Twitter and saying, hey, I told you guys so, talking a little trash, because, well, they deserve to. They beat USA, who was very cocky and said UK didn't have a chance. And one of the DPS players, Mikey A, who some of you might know, some of you might not know, he's a Contenders player. He played a season with Mayhem Academy. As well as that, he's competed in EU Contenders. Not like amazing teams. He's placed last in almost every single season. But he was on Team UK, and he did beat up on Sinatraa and all the other USA members. And he tweeted this out after their victory. Teabag me again, bitch, I dare you. And then Sinatraa, a day later, I don't know if he saw it late or he just didn't want to respond right away, he said this, I can't. You're not in the Overwatch League, laughing my ass off. So Sinatraa basically saying, like, you can talk trash, buddy. Yeah, you won yesterday, but you're not even in the Overwatch League. Please calm down. And then Mikey A sees this, and he brings up a whole bunch of stuff. He's going hard at Sinatraa. In reference to him, he says, goes to the Overwatch League, finishes 9th place, goes to World Cup, loses to Contenders players, and then he puts the little hands emoji shrugging. Pretty funny. And of course, we all know Sinatraa, he's not going to back down. He got pissed off about this, and I do kind of agree with what he posted. He said this, if we're going to bring up career history, and then he posted a screenshot of Mikey A's career history, or most recent career history, and then we see he does have a 3rd through 4th place there in Overwatch Contenders Season 1 2017, but then most recently he's got a 5th through 8th, and then a dead last in Europe. I don't think Mikey A should be bringing up Sinatra's past career and what he's done in his history, because to be honest, it is much, much better than Mikey A's. I mean, specifically, just looking at his selfless run prior to the Overwatch League, he has so many 1st place finishes, and then when he rose to be one of the best teams in NA, or at least the 2nd best, since they never got over that hump of Rogue. But Mikey A can really never say that he was one of the best teams or a top 2 team in his region at a certain time. So Sinatra's just straight up got him beat when it comes to career history and who's had a more successful career. I mean, the guy's got 150k salary in the Overwatch League. That's insane. And I did respond to this and I said, yeah, you know, Sinatraa did lose. He was being overconfident and cocky. He deserved that loss against UK. But the fact remains is that he has had a way more successful career than Mikey A has had, which is pretty much true. You know, some of us might not like Sinatraa for the trash talk. He may be a little bit bitter about losing. You know, I respect the fact that Mikey A took it to Twitter and he said, "Teabag me again, bitch, I dare you." That was a solid line. I loved it. And that will help get you some exposure for your career. You know, you just did destroy some Overwatch League players, some really good ones. So if people see this, they might want to give him a chance. So this part was kind of smart by Mikey A. But I wouldn't be bringing up career histories though, because, you know, Sinatraa just has you beat there hands down. You got the win last night, but that's pretty much it. You still got a long career to prove yourself, so let's see you prove yourself. They said a few other things back and forth here and there. Some other pro players chimed in saying, yikes, oh man, you know, drama, blah, blah, blah. But that's pretty much the general consensus of what's going on. I'm sort of on Sinatra's side. I'm sort of on Mikey A's side. It is what it is. Let me know what you guys think about the drama. And now let's move on to some of those insane highlights from yesterday.
Look at this absolute unit. Fusion looking for a shatter here. XQC jumping in, pressuring the backline. Gets the bubble drop onto the Fusion shatter. Absolute nutcase. Oh my god. The IQ you could not even understand.
XQC popping off there, but what we have here is Jonak almost getting this incredible backdoor. Unfortunately, there is no sound because it's Overwatch World Cup viewer, but watch as he sneaks by UK, gets onto the point there. He literally almost caps this, guys. All he needed was one tick. Watch this sleep dart. Oh my god, so close. Gets the purple. Jonak's insane. He was really close. That would have been an incredible play. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, though.
You got anything about you, you'd do it.
It's viscous.
If you've got anything about you, you'd do it.
I don't know whether it's poisonous. You know, they're giving it away to... Oh, go on then.
No! That is foul! Oh, Lord! What are you doing, Josh?
You want water?
You drank the whole of it! Cut, please. He's gonna throw up.
No.
He's gonna throw up, man.
He's
actually gone! Dude, what are you doing? Oh, God almighty.
I needed that after the UK game.
Here's a fun fact. Felix fucking played Busan and Eichenwald with a mouse that right click wasn't working. His right click, for some reason, he was using like a 903 or something, but his right click, the activation was delayed some reason for like half a second to full second. So he missed blocking a shatter because his right click wasn't working. So we had to play even more so Winston compositions, which made it really super sketch to me going into the third point of Eichenwald because XQC's right click button physically was not working. It was not working. It was like right click, and then Reinhardt would be like shield. So when we went to like third point Eichenwald, which is a Reinhardt point, I was like, fuck. So XQC played Busan and Eichenwald with a malfunctioning right-click button.
There's some crazy and funny highlights. Apparently XQC's mouse was broken. Sideshow and Bren, those guys are out of control. They made this World Cup so goofy and funny. I loved it. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like, subscribe for more daily content. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you for watching. I'm out of here. Peace.